Hello everybody, this is Deidre with Papercrafts and Planners, and I have the new Club EP card kit. Well, actually it's the December kit, but you don't receive them till the end of the month, so it's usually the following month before I get to work with any of the kits. Club EP, if you don't know, is the Echo Park subscription box. So in December it was card making, so January it'll be the big 12 by 12 papers in the larger kit that's more scrapbooking, memory keeping, though I still use it for cards mostly also. This one comes in just a bubble wrap package. The big one will come in a big 12 by 12 box, and there's a lot more in it. It's a little more expensive. I will link to the Club EP site if you want to, or the Echo Park site if you want to look into it. Also, right now, I think they're doing their warehouse box sale. They do them every few months, but they're a really good deal. You can get their paper collections for about $7, and there's a lot that comes in there. Okay, so first of all, you receive a little inspiration card, and it's going to walk you through how they did that one card and then give you some other pictures of things you might want to create. There's an ephemera pack. There is a stamp set. See if I can not get a glare there. There's a stamp set, and there's a 6x6 pad. That's what always comes with the card making kit. So let's see. First, let me show you the stamp set kind of in depth here. So it says, "You got this, thank you, date, time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday." To me, this seems more like a planner, journaling. Let's see. Gosh, I can't get away from that glare. Sorry, it's the ring light. This one says, "Congrats, hello." This seems more like a journaling, memory keeping type of stamp set to me. But I'm going to see how I can make it work with some cards. So we'll see what I come up with. There is an ephemera pack. Let me open this up and see, which always makes some really cute and quick cards to use the ephemera pack. It's just so easy to slap one on there. And this one says, "Dream big, work hard," and this center part punches out, as with most of their little die cuts that have the frames. "Always plan your dreams. Hello weekend." Again, this seems memory keeping or journaling to me. This happened today, and then it says Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. "Life is magical." "Keep it real, friends." That's cute. "Keep it real." "To-do list." "Important." And I like this. It's got little check marks and a list there. "Let's get planning." Again, I don't know that this is exactly card making. So I'm going to have to be really creative on using these. "Oh, happy day." That one will work. "Thanks." That one will work easily. "Enjoy today." That could work for a birthday card. This is Sunday through Saturday again. "Notes." "Hello sunshine." "This is my story." I might have to do a mini album with this. "Remember this." "This week." And then it's got some of these, which I love to put on the insides of cards, these little flags that coordinate. I love these. But again, that would work nicely in a journal too. "What's the plan?" This one's got a little hanging piece. This says, "Just start." "Celebrate." "The best is yet to come." And what is that? "The best is yet to come." I don't, oh, is it like a, oh, it's like a little binder clip. I could not tell what that was at first. "It always seems impossible until it's done." That's cute. And this has got some little, I'm going to be honest, some little places where it is torn the paper there. And it came like that. So, okay, this is the 6x6 pad. On one side, it has this very January to-do list, all of that. But on the back side, it has a pretty print. So they're all like that. February, pretty print. March, rainbows. April, some flowers. May, floral print again. June, I don't know what these are, just little dots and patterns. July, some stripes. I do like those stripes. Here's August, another different floral. September, cameras. October has a nice plaid. November, oh, some push pins. December, a grid, and then it starts over. So there's 2 each of 12 different designs. So really cute. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this, but I'm going to make some card bases. I love for 6x6 that you can get two mini slimline, two 3x6 pieces out of these. So if you're doing, let's say you're doing mini slimlines that are 6 1/4 by 3 1/4, these are perfect for the front. Even if you're doing 3x6, these are great too. And so I'm going to make some card bases. I might get out a little mini album, photo album thing to play with. I don't know what all I'm going to do with this, but we're going to figure it out, and I will come back and show you what I've come up with, and we'll make a few things together. Okay, I wanted to show you how I first started processing this before we get started making anything. So first of all, I took the paper pack, the 6x6 paper pack apart. I cut apart each page on the side that said January, February, March. So they would have looked like this with these two things at the bottom. I cut these pages apart. I cut the strips off the top of every page. And I cut these pages apart like this and kind of put them in order because I have an idea of what I'm going to do with them. So that was half of the paper pack. The other half, I just cut the strips off the top and I left them whole on the printed side. Then I went through the ephemera pack. These I think are more for planners, for a journal, a hobonichi, or a bullet journal, whatever you want, whatever you use. And I think these are more for that. So I'm going to set those aside. Then I had some that I thought would work great for cards. So I put those aside and I'll stick these over here on this paper. And then these, I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do with all of this, and I'm going to use these pieces with that. So then I made some card bases. I made some little 3x3. Because I made these, these card bases are 6 1/2 by 3 1/4, and then you fold them at the 6 1/2 side. So they are 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then it leaves you, when you have an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet, it leaves you some scraps. So I don't like to waste those. So I made some little 3x3 cards. And typically I'll put these as thank you cards inside any of my orders that I receive. So I've got some white ones and some craft cardstock right here. So I've got some card bases. I took the stamp set and I took some white paper and I conditioned the stamps first by cleaning them, and then I stamped them out on this paper until I thought they were making a good impression. That's a good idea for any time you have clear acrylic stamps, to just get them ready to go. And then I have one of these little memory albums. I took the cardboard that's in the front and the back. So there are 12 double-sided pages in these, which I thought was perfect for this monthly photo album memory book that I'm going to put together. So I have that. I kept some of my white scraps for doing sentiments, for stamping sentiments. Now some of these are going to be really good for card making, but most of them are better for journaling or planning or a little photo album. I also have this stamp set from Close to My Heart. It is going to be the February stamp of the month, so I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit on this, but it will be available in February. And I think, like this, a favorite memory, I want to remember this, I'm going to use in this little album here. So that's why I took that out. So, oh, and I had this Lawn Fawn paper pack. I've had it forever. I think it came from Tuesday Morning, but it is watercolor 6x6 paper, and it's just single-sided. There are quite a few, what are there, like 36 sheets in here, and really, really pretty. I do love this, and I think it will go well with this memory album that I'm going to make. I think I can kind of coordinate some of these things. The colors aren't exact, so I don't know if I'll use them on cards, but let me see. I mean, I may. I think they're close enough that, like that, I think that would look really cute together. So I may use this with the cards too. Anyway, let me get some of the pieces cut up, and then I'll come back and we'll put some things together. Okay, so I made some card bases that are for a mini slimline card. So it is 6 1/2 by 6 1/4. So when you score it in half and fold it, you have 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. I hope that makes sense. So on the 6 1/2 inch side, you score it down at 3 1/4 and then fold it over. I've already put this piece on because I didn't realize I wasn't filming at first. So I've cut this as just a 3x6. So one of those 6x6 pieces in half works perfectly for this size card. And then I cut this at 3 inches by about 2, I believe. Yes, 2 inches. And we're going to put it right down like this. You could see on the back where all of the journaling cards were that I'm going to use for the other project that I'm making. And I think it's turning out super cute. I'm making it, I decided for my granddaughter, a little year in the life album. Let's hope she likes it. She's 13. So there is no telling. She does like to make these little albums and give to her friends as gifts. So I'm hoping that will be the case with the one I make, that she'll either like it for herself or like it for a gift for a friend. And this vellum, so these are all punches. I have a 1.5 inch circle punch, a 2-inch circle punch, and a 2.5 inch scallop. And I had already cut a bunch of these vellum scallop pieces for another project, and I decided to get it out. Now I inked around the edges of the one circle because I thought it didn't look good against that vellum. And I pulled out, this is a close to my heart color Carolina that I thought looked really good. And I stamped the Carolina on some watercolor blue from that watercolor pad from Lawn Fawn that I showed at the beginning of the video. Or when I was showing you all my supplies, actually. And I thought that looked really cute like that. And then on the inside, we're going to put this strip all the way down. And I may have to trim a little bit off, and that's fine. And this was one of the little pieces that came in the ephemera pack, and it's the floral from the front, so I thought I'd put it right there just to kind of decorate the inside of this card. I do like to decorate the insides. I think that's fun. Plus, if you don't know what to sign inside a card, you don't have as much room to have to think of something, right? Okay, so let's trim this off. There we go. I think that turned out cute. All right, there's card number 1. Card number 2, I went really simple. This is from the stamp set also. The best is yet to come. Most of these stamped really well after I primed them and cleaned them a couple of times. The only one I really had problems with was this one that says "This Moment." And I really think if you don't have a stamp positioning tool, you're going to have some problems with that. The rest of them, though, I stamped without a stamp positioning tool. So I wanted to make sure they could be done that way and that they turned out well before I told you that. Okay, so this is the 2-inch circle on a 2.5 inch scallop, again of vellum. That piece I had left. This is one of the strips that goes across the top of each card. Each piece of printed paper, I mean. I'm getting punchy. I've been making these most of the day, so. And again, I cut this at 3 by 6. I'm going to put this strip across the middle. And they do have holes in them, but you don't have to worry about that because we're going to cover it up with this. Just like that. I love this little camera paper. I don't know who it's appropriate for that I might be giving a card to. I'm sure I'll come up with someone. So there you go. There's card number 2. Okay, card number 3. I had an idea of going long ways with this one. So we're going to put this green grid piece down first. I use a lot of glue, I know. I don't think any of mine are going to fall off. So there was this tag that I thought was really cute. I'm going to turn it this way. There's the little flowers on it. And I left the little punch pieces in because I don't want to pull them out. I think they look cute like this. Okay, get that as centered as possible. And then we have this little Hello Sunshine that was part of the ephemera pack. I'm going to put it just like that. And then I have these little pieces that are left over from a card kit, but I'm sure you have little enamel dots and things in your collection. And so I thought that these kind of went with that pink. And then that blue went with that blue, so we're going to use those. Put the pink there. And then I'm going to put some of this blue around. Maybe a couple up here, just to kind of fill in the card. And one down here. And that's all. And then in the inside, I have a piece like this, just that I cut white, slightly smaller than the inside of the card, so that there's a place to sign, since I made a craft card base with this. That. And then I have this little piece that I just took and dovetailed the bottom of a piece of scrap paper that matches what's going on the front. And there's that one. Okay. There's another of these mini slimline cards. Again, I have a piece that came from the top. I didn't use as much of these as I normally do, and that is because I forgot about cutting the glue piece off. Sometimes there's glue stuck at the top, and usually I trim that off and then trim this piece, and I didn't do that. So user error. They weren't as usable as they would have been if I had done that, like I normally do. I guess I haven't used one of these kits in so long, I forgot that. Okay, there's this piece. And then we're going to use this strip, and I think we're going to put it a little bit higher because I have something else that's going to go on the bottom. We're going to put it right about there. So, and I'm not using my grid mat to make sure I get this all even. So if you're looking at this going, that is really crooked, sorry, I did not. I just left this background that I had and didn't get my grid mat out. So this thanks from the ephemera pack is really big, but I thought it looked cute all the way across this. And then I took a piece of that watercolor paper in this yellow, and I stamped the beautiful from the stamp set there, and I dovetailed the end, and I'm going to put it right there. So it says thanks beautiful. This one was really cute. That beautiful, I like the scriptiness and the scripty look of this beautiful. I think it's really cute. Okay, and then on the inside, I think actually this is one that came in the ephemera pack, this little flag. And we're just going to put that right in there. Decorate the inside. And there's another mini slimline. Okay, now I made some, before I show you the memory album, I wanted to show you that I made some little mini cards, some little 3x3s. So I just cut strips. Once I make these card bases, I have a little bit of an 8.5 by 11 piece left over. So I decided to make some 3x3s. So it's 6 by 3 and scored at 3 inches and folded over. And I just took some scraps and I made some of these little flags with this little punch I have. And I will try to find all these punches and link for you below in the description. So I didn't put any sentiment. I cut out some little cameras. I thought that was cute. I didn't put any sentiment on these because I have little dies that say hello, thank you, and I will have these ready to do whatever I want to with them. Now this one, these both match. I had a 3x6 piece of this blue left over and a scrap of this stripe, and so I just put them on there. And then I stamped the thank you from the stamp set on some piece of that watercolor. And then on the inside, same thing. I just did a little punch there. And these, again, I'm leaving them blank. Put a little punch on the inside so that I can do whatever I want with them. And these were scraps, so I got to use up quite a bit of scraps. And I just cut out a little rainbow on this one. And these are the same, and I put a little strip on the bottom of this because I had a strip left over. And then on this one this was part of the ephemera pack, so I put that in there. Now this one I may have lost my mind a little bit, but I had punched out all of these circles thinking I was going to use them on a different thing, like in the memory album. And so I had 5 of them, and then I punched a little yellow, and then I stamped the hello. This hello in here is super tiny, but I thought it looked really cute in the middle of, I think I made a flower. And then I put that on the inside. Okay, so let me get the memory album and I'll show you what we're going to do with that. Okay, so I left one of the pages completely undone. We're going to put it together, and then I'm going to do a flip through of the full album. So they've got the little cards that say the month, and then they've got another little card that has a little saying on it. And then this one said, "You got this today." And then this one was a full-size card, and I cut the seize this day off of it. So what I've been doing is kind of alternating putting the months on different sides. So we'll put it right here on this one. So just kind of tilting it a bit, and then we'll put this card right there. So I kept the months together. So these are the actual pieces that were on this page for July. Put that there. I cut a yellow piece from that pale yellow paper that I've been using with this collection so that I could kind of frame this striped paper. And this I thought would be her spot to put a picture, or she can put a piece of something that she's a ticket or something that she's kept from this month of July, or next July, hopefully, because this starts in January, so she's got a full year's worth of stuff to collect. So just put that down there. And then this seize the day, what I'm going to do is only put adhesive on this side so that whatever she puts down there, she can tuck it underneath, just like that. And she can tuck anything underneath there. Okay, so we'll slide these in here. And get a grip on it. Wow. When I wasn't filming it, I was able to pull this closer to me and it slid right in. There we go. All right, and then this one's gonna go up here. And we'll start at the front, and I'll show you what I did, and then some other pieces I made to tuck in here. So this is the cover, and I picked this. This is my story little piece from the ephemera pack. I put some yellow behind it and cut around it. Now this yellow piece is just a piece of solid paper because the cover is 4.5 by 6 1/4. So these little 6 by 6 pages wouldn't be quite wide enough here. So, and then I put a piece of the watercolor down on top, and then a stripe of this paper with the cute little rainbows on it. And then on the inside, now keep in mind when you're making these, this inside flip is going to be the opposite way. So when you're making the back side of your page, you need to be mindful of that. So I cut a piece of little lined cardstock, and I put it in there for her to write any little messages. And then Keep It Real Friends was a little ephemera piece and some more of that rainbow paper. I left this open for a full 4 by 6 piece, or 4 by 6 photo. And then this one is January, and I cut a card down so that it just had the hello. And then we have just a little tag from the ephemera pack. And again, here's her place for her picture to go. And here's February. And I put this little tag here so she could have a place to write a little date or something. It's March. Sorry about the glare that you're getting from my ring light. April, and another full-size piece for her to put a photo. May. I love this little Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I don't know if she'll like it as much in there, but I thought it was cute. And there's June. June had this little card where you can write things, and I trimmed this piece out. It was a full-size card, so it would fit. And here's July, and that Seize the Day, so we just did that one. Here's August. I trimmed around this one again, so we didn't have to use the full card. September, with these little cameras, and I just trimmed a few out. Again, this One Perfect Day, so I didn't adhere this side so that it could, she could tuck something underneath. It's October. I love this one. Always make time for fun, and I trimmed around that. And I trimmed around this little Today is Great off of another card. November, I tucked this behind this Remember This. December says Oh Happy Day, and then I left this full so she could put a full picture in. So, and here is the back. The best is yet to come. Now I had all of these little note cards and journaling pieces. And so what I did with them is I glued them onto these 4x6 lined pieces, and I thought that she could tuck them in here and write little notes, put more pictures, whatever she wants to do, and this little piece will stick out so she can grab it. And so I'll just put this in several of the pages in here. This one says important. This one's had a days of the week and said this happened today. This one says this week, keep it real, life is magic. And I thought I would just tuck those in randomly in this book. So hopefully she'll like this book. I think it turned out super cute. But if I say super cute, that probably kills it for a 13-year-old, right? Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I gave you some ideas of what to do with this card kit. I will link to as many supplies as I can find below, and there should be a full collection of this on scrapbook.com. Besides the card kit that's no longer available, I'll find the pieces for you. Thanks so much for watching. Happy crafting, everybody.